foofu noonu naka professional anything li ngeen a ci wàllum xarañ ñoom ñoo fi gën a ak quality professional standard recording studio mu ngi fa foofu noonu bokkay pour seen voice record yaa xam ne artiste nga bugga ngaa ñëw nga record léppang fa live band instrumental records la léppang fa mix ak master a lépp li nga sola ubbi bés bu nekk bu leen fàtte tamit am nañ sound system bu mag di Atlantic Sound International pour lépp li ngeen sola seen ceeti seen gente yi open events am na ci toogu ak stage concert yemu ci loolu Atlantic TV ñu ngi foofu noonu naka pour seen video shooting la photo shoot maanaam printing ak lépp li nga soxla daal ci télévision di def leen ko defal yégale ñu tey su tànka di sey ci Farato maanaam dendoo Farato juma bi mi da nga téléphone 3690787 3690787 pour Atlantic Media House lépp li ngeen soxla taxaw na tem dama ne Atlantic professional ñoo fi gën a ak quality foofu noonu bokk pour seen yaa xam ne artiste nga bugga ngaa ñëw nga record léppang fa live band instrumental records mix ak master a lépp li nga sola daanaka ñu ngi ubbi bés bu leen fàtte tamit nañ sound system bu mag di Atlantic Sound International pour lépp li ngeen sola seen ceeti seen gente yi open events am na ci toogu ak stage concert yemu ci loolu Atlantic TV ñu ngi foofu noonu naka pour seen live coverage video shooting la photo shoot maanaam printing ak lépp li nga sola daal ci télévision di def ñu ngi leen ko defal yégale ñu tey su tànka di sey ci Farato maanaam dendoo Farato juma bi mi da nga téléphone 3690787 3690787 pour Atlantic Media House.
Hello and good afternoon. That is where am I. So evening, morning, wherever one finds yourself. Greetings from Atlantic TV, the home of TV revolution. Well, it's another interesting program that's becoming a famous one on TV called Sport 360. Oh, I beg your pardon, which is called Exclusive Interview. Well, Exclusive Interview is the program we bring you. I, Bakary Manneh, Big Sam, as the host, bring you people and their personalities, their works, entrepreneurs, or whatever domain they are participating. Bring them to inspire another generation. Bring them to talk to the people. You know, I mean, share their stories, share their life stories, etc. You know, the ups and downs, the success stories, etc. This is what is happening today. And live in our studios, as always, I will tell you, Atlantic TV are located in the little smiling coast of Africa, the Gambia, of course, and our studios right here in the West Coast region side of Gambia, Farato. Here we are. So once again today, welcome to the program called Exclusive Interview. Host, my humble self, Bakary Manneh, aka Bija. And guess who has come to dinner or has come to lunch? My own little boy. Once again, welcome my guest in the studio, Dembo Jobati, aka fondly called Jobz, the baddest manager. Mitang, bismillah.
Nimbare bagi. Kewama. I am very happy to be here. Shouts to all our viewers that are watching us right now. You know, like you put it, Jobz, the baddest manager. And I am very humble to be here before you. I was telling my people this is going to be historic. With the man that groomed me.
And it will be very interesting.
Just like I told them the other time, Manding Kolko Niamo Landa Fasa Fasa what will be near Jobz la Faraman Sofo, Big Sam the Wotole, Big Sam Lota Jele. I'm very happy to be here, bro. To have first ever, I mean, this exclusive interview with you. And this will go down history, bro.
This is going to be deep. Before we go, yes, you have your fans, you have your family, you have everybody. You can say shout out.
That's right. Shouts to all of them. I cannot sit at any platform, Big Sam, in my capacity as Jobz, a transformative force in the industry, without mentioning Nene Bojan Sankaranko of Norway. The founder of the Nene Foundation, you have seen it everywhere on that day. The founder of IAC Norway. These are all formidable organizations centered on women empowerment and gender equality. Big Sam, you have seen how we have symbolized the image of Nene and Mariama Jobate Fantanka because they are women that are rare breeds, truth be told. So I am stating my sincerest appreciation to Nene for believing in me and empowering what I believe in. To my commander-in-chief, your sister.
My niece, for that matter.
Your niece.
Yes.
Yes. Your everything.
Yes.
Lady Jobz, who has been very supportive to me.
That's good.
To all the music enthusiasts in the Gambia's music industry that are watching us right now, I am asserting my sincerest appreciation to all of you, to the artists in this sector, not forgetting Apachaki Entertainment, Nyancho Apachaki, and all other thespians, the likes of Barahama, Moles, ST Brikama Boyo. You've seen all of them. They've all come to answer to the call of Jobz. When we were launching the first ever He4C music movement in the Gambia, as empowered by the Nene and Mariama Jobate Fantanka. So I am here as a very happy person. Like I said, this will go down history, a moment with somebody who groomed me.
Thank you.
So Gambia, I am right here, and I would like to thank everybody for following up. Sure.
Thank you very much. And my cameraman was telling me,
yes.
And one part, don't forget one part.
Yes, Makapeli. Mandinka Makapeli, one part. In fact, I have this quote that I sent to him yesterday.
Okay.
Because he came, but briefly with his wife.
Yes.
And then told me, bro, I just want to take my leave of you to go with Jangnar somewhere. I told him, you see, you are that thespian who is very passionate about your wife.
Definitely.
That's one thing that I love about you. For the fact that you came to register your presence, that is huge to me, one part.
Yeah, definitely.
I must convey my sincerest gratitude to him also.
Yeah.
My very good younger brother. Yes.
And you know,
we are connected by a common bond.
To be honest. Moving on, remember, it's exclusive interview, and we normally dig deep,
Sure.
and then we will do today, and you'll have a very interesting program.
Sure.
Big Sam alongside Jobz. Well, before we move on,
Sure.
Everybody is hearing. Some say Dembo Jobate, some Jobz, some Baddest manager. Tell us, who is Dembo Jobate, aka the Baddest manager?
That's right. Thank you very much, big bro. Dembo Jobate. Humility is never hated. A very humble person from Fuladu Boraba. That's where I was born in the year 1984. My family moved down to Brikama in the late 80s. That is where I grew up. You know, my dad, the late Ansumana Jobate, was a griot. I am a pure griot.
Oh, that's
you
right.
know, from the griot caste group of the Jobate.
Okay.
And then, yes, that is where we grew up. And, you know, from a family that is very much modest, a family that taught me and my siblings about humility, you know, the importance of neighborliness, the importance of blood relativeness, the doctrines of relativity, the need for you to be accommodative to people, you know, that believe in the same vision that you believe in. A family that taught me about love and compassion, the spreading of peace and unity, the need for one to get the required education and to believe in a vision that stands to empower griots, you know, and every creative in all aspects. A family that taught me about the principle of religion, I mean the Muslim religion, I'm a Muslim, the need for one to believe in God and to pray and to understand the dynamics of Islam. I am from that family, Big Sam. From a town that is very accommodative to everybody, Brikama, a town where we believe in nature and where we come from, originality and tradition. That's the town that I come from. A town that is open to everybody. I grew up in the Jobate family and in a town that is the biggest in the Gambia with all these qualities that it has. And that is why I was able to be that Jobz that I am today, now going through a trajectory that is so clean, being that Brikama Boyo, you know, from my earlier teens, clogging and daggering with my earlier teen contemporaries like Mohammed, Modlamin, Elboy, you know, the list goes on. It is something that I will always reminisce. So there will always be that nostalgia of the living that we had in childhood. So it is also that Jobz who have been informed and motivated by so many diverse forces. You are one of those forces. The late Buba SMCC is also one of those forces. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Somebody who in fact brought me in Lenehan society and groomed me, right? Show me a path that is most revealing. In fact, that revelation is what made me to be the Jobz that I am today. So in this major equation set, I cannot exclude Big Sam and Buba SMCC. It was Buba SMCC that took me to Big Sam. Now still in that hustle, that struggle, and that encounter, yes, I have seen so many things, you know, in Brikama. And then, like I said, a culture and tradition that gave me a new outlook of life and then shaped me to be an individual for uprightness and righteousness. So this is that Jobz who has all these, you know, processes, experiences, ways and means
together.
Right together.
A little bit on the educational background.
Yeah, sure.
Because many a time I even struggle to read some of you. You say, is he from Oxford University? Where did he come from? Yeah.
So, bro,
a little bit about the education.
Kindergarten nursery school is where I first attended because of our Sanyang, who also was a neighbor. You know, in Sanyang Kunda, because we share a fence, Jobade Kunda and Sanyang Kunda, and then she was the one that told my dad, you know, we have kindergarten here, and then, you know, at low cost we can have all these kids from Jalikunda to come, you know, to come to kindergarten. So that is where I did my nursery level education. I then went to Kabafita Primary School, where I had my primary education. From there I attended the Kinderdorf Bottrop Junior Secondary School. Where I sat to my junior secondary school living certificate, then to Nusrat Senior Secondary School. So I completed my senior secondary education in 2003. You know, in 2 or 3. So I think even if it is limited to Nusrat, one would say it's a good foundation for everybody.
Nusrat was,
you know, with all due respect, everybody would tell me that, and because I remember Nusrat, even now there's a standard set where they would say, yes, you can have A's in all other subject areas, but then if you fail English, they will put it on your report, failed because of English. So that is telling you, people were very mindful. We were also committed, all the students of Nusrat, regarding practical works, you know, in English language. So basically, I was seen with brighter grammar books. And then I was telling a guy I memorized the English dictionary when I was in grade 11.
Wow.
So yeah, basically it has been, I definitely have passion for this, you know, since a long time ago. So when I completed my school in Nusrat, yes, I got into youth activism, Lenehan Society at the time, and then, you know, went to Gambia College, got to the industry of music also. I started my promotions around that time, you know, but I also tried to got to GTTI, the School of Business, to do my ABE program. In fact, that was where I first got my HND in Business Administration, where, of course, I did management as a key subject area. I also did organizational behavior, economics, contract law, you know, business law, and also customary law or A-level law. So basically, I did all these subject areas. Yes, I got to MDI to do my postgraduate diploma in public admin, which is a prerequisite program to my master's degree program in public admin. Yes, exactly. So I further down to also do my second master's in business administration.
Because we heard about you doing your master's and all that stuff.
But in the big jargons also, it's not about who got a degree. It's a passion. So there are people that stop at secondary education, but then still their English is so good. You would think they have PhD in English. I think it's practical work. You know, how you apply yourself, how you take English to be sort of a meal, right?
And then,
so if you take it to be a meal, you always feed on it. So
there you go. That's DJ for you. That's why actually we have to dig deep.
Yeah.
This is exclusive. Moving on. When did you your interest in media, or let's say a promotional thing, come into be?
So,
who inspired, or how does it come?
Yes, I think one person that inspired me is yourself, Big Sam.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. On the media, because we saw you when we were in our earlier teens in Brikama, right? When you were positioning us, like sit down here, this is how you will handle the mic and all these things. So growing up, we look up to you. You are one person that I aspire, and so many other people. Now, moving on, you know, in the field of music, basically I look up to Jude Ingis Okoye, the former manager of the P Squire. And also I look up to the P Squire. They are these Nigerian thespians that I love so much. In fact, some people would call me the P Squire, or P Squire's father, right? You know, yes, growing up in Brikama. So I had all these things because I love them so much. I committed myself to looking up to P Squire and Jude Ingis Okoye at the time. So at some point I'm like, Jude is one person that is very visionary. And I've seen how he was grooming the P Squire, how he was managing them, pushing them and promoting them. Exactly. And I know that, okay, Jude is one person also who based management on books, theories, principles and approaches. So in fact, that is where I also take up, right? I mean, the ideology of us managers, you know, building artists by virtue of management principles and theories. So I look up to Jude Ingis Okoye. He is one person that inspired me. You know,
That's very interesting. Thank you so much. And now moving on, we know you in the industry. Before I come to this part, during your tell us how your promotion or manager career picked up, and along the way, which artists, I know Gambia all know, I mean, ST is as you say, slide. And in fact, they all went to Nusrat High School. So here you see the board. So I know along the way, how did it come to promotion and the management? How does it pick up? And along the way, which of the artists or artists that you manage?
That's right. Big Sam, ST was the first person that I met, and then, you know, before restructuring his management, you know, we started as a big brother and a younger brother. I was rigorously promoting him, in fact with Vigo and everything. So we started it from there. Along the line, there were other young thespians at the time. I remember Gochel, Buba, and so many other artists. I mean, P-Mark also was with ST and Killer B. I mean, the street soldiers at the time.
Street
so
soldiers.
It was exactly a lot of young artists, rappers at the time in Brikama, who I have started this with. And then the biggest platform that we had in Brikama was open source, right? At streets like the Blessiad in Nyambai. And also in Nema, Jabu Johnson. So we were attending all these prominent rural events, you know, because at the time, Blessiad and few streets in Brikama, whenever functions are there, everybody anticipated. So I was taking these young boys at these programs, introducing them at Fural Shows, right, with the help of DJ Mbai, who was who was very prominent at the time, Big Sam. You know, one person who, we cannot also leave him out.
Definitely,
in the pronouncements around struggle. He was bringing his PA system. He was seen and found at every street at the time, backing young artists. So he was the person that gave me a mic to say, boy, introduce this artist. Your artist is like an American. You know, I've seen his spew somewhere. So I was introducing them. I was taking them to these rural events at the time. So it was that circle of family, right, that I first established with ST. I had nothing, he had nothing. So we were behind people that had something and they were supporting. South to Papisco, Papis Gassama, who was who was in fact ST's first friend manager. In the UK. I remember we all went there together, me and ST, to say, bro, we want you, to be the manager, because then we thought, okay, it's all about somebody who has the capital muscle to do so. So Papiso had that financial capacity to handle us. So we've approached so many at the time,
Okay.
who were big men, our very good uncle, the late Baba Is.
Yeah, Baba.
May his soul rest in
Yeah,
peace. He was also very supportive. So we were going to all these people, including yourself, regarding platforms,
Yeah.
right?
To be
To
exposed.
promote them, to expose them.
yeah.
So I remember fully well when I was moving around and about Brikama with ST's CD, right? And he had some couple of songs to be giving it to you. You know, yeah, at Yiriwa FM also, now Home Digital,
Home Digital.
the DJs that were playing, Sorry, Kajombo, and all this. Because remember, Sorry and Kajombo,
Yeah.
they were so much, you know,
Babyface and
renowned
Kajombo,
in
yeah.
terms of rural events at the time. So I
Exactly.
remember, you know, seeing all these people. So that is how we started at the Big Sam.
Okay.
Lenehan also, the members that were there at the time, we were giving them platforms for them to mine.
Okay. Yeah.
In fact, I would say this was where ST and, you know, the likes of PMAC and so many other youngsters, Mariam Koli and others, they had the passion for the arts sector, you know, because it was all about poems, it was all about miming, it was all about drama and all these things. So all these components of arts and literature, yes, we had higher gaze at them, and then that was how they also have love and passion for it. Yeah.
And come on, some of them are very big now.
Big now.
I mean, talk about Mariam Koli, he just mentioned.
She's a
They are all
big
part of
lady.
FNB, the Lenahan group, they are all something else.
Sure,
and I think this is just, you were talking about some of the Johnson that long time I didn't even hear them, you know.
Bless you, Jabu
Jabu Johnson.
Orlando, and then the basketball lawn
Yeah, exactly.
in
At the
Brikama,
market,
Newtown,
yeah.
around the market, opposite FMB.
Oh, yeah.
These were areas that we used to frequent at the time.
At the time.
Sure.
So apart from ST, who do you manage along the way before we go to our next week?
So I have managed Plus Bad Boy in Jollof As Entertainment.
Okay.
MC Mbai, Sambu Suso, they were all in Jollof Arts.
Okay.
You know, at the time, Finda, Ashley Cham, Mad Snake. Yeah, he is also a very good rapper.
Okay.
Yeah, from Banjul. Diha, the female artist here, I've managed her to. Yes. Then in Jollof Arts, Nyancho Apataki.
Okay.
After Jollof Arts, Nyancho Apataki.
Okay.
ST Brikama Boyo,
Yes,
of course.
sure.
Yeah,
I have always been part of it.
Exactly. These are the thespians that I manage, and they are still in my circle.
No, because when we come to later about it to see, we saw all those people there.
Very good.
This is the exclusive interview. I told you we'll have a very good one today. I'm happy. Yes, the Jobz is the one, the baddest manager. Let's take a little bit break and let's inform the people. Apart from music and all that you're talking, is there any other job you were doing or you are doing?
That's right. Thank you very much, Big Sam. I like this point. In fact, my work in GPPA, Gambia Public Procurement Authority, is now that most people, you know, became aware about it. But I've been there for 13 years.
GPPA?
Exactly, yeah. I just resigned last year, November.
And that's an arm of a government, right?
Exactly, exactly. You know, GPPA is one of the most important organizations in the country, you know, because of what it stands for. You know, I've been there for 13 years. In fact, I have been, throughout my career, I had coupled GPPA and my artist management career.
Oh, it was going together.
Yes, exactly, because when I was going to GPPA, the music industry wasn't paying. I got to GPPA in 2011.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got there because of the fact of the matter, I needed a job that would augment my career as an artist manager and music business consultant.
Exactly.
So I got to GPPA because I want to have that monthly salary, you know, to finance my activities in the art sector. But you know, that is telling you the passion that I have for the art sector. But because it was in pain, I had to take another job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the GPPA and also my capacity as what? A private music business consultant.
Okay.
And that is why today, I can be involved in a particular business in the Gambia or outside, take money from anybody who would serve as a contractor or a Samaritan, and then it becomes my money, not anybody's money. Because my capacity as what? A private music man or a private music business consultant is different from my capacity as an artist manager. So today,
there's a difference between these two.
There's a difference between the two.
Okay.
So if Big Sam knows my capacity as Nyancho's manager or Estes manager, but then still consult my capacity as a businessman and engage me with any business that required paying me money, that money becomes nobody's money but my money.
As a private business.
As a private music business consultant. Or a private businessman. Now, devoid of my capacity as what? A private music business consultant, I am also a businessman. Big Sam.
We have to dig deep.
I am also a businessman.
I want you to tell them. We are going to tell them everything.
Yes, I am also a businessman that does what? Merchandising. Now, what is merchandising? Now, you can buy goods from the diaspora and bring them inside the Gambia. Now, you can also buy goods in the Gambia and then resell it. Right? People can also take benefit from your knowledge, right? As a businessman. What is that knowledge? The knowledge of preparing a business plan for somebody. Right?
Wow.
Let's say Modu wants me to prepare a business plan for him. Now, if I prepare that business plan for Modu and he pays me $100,000, does that money belongs to Nyancho or any other artist?
No.
No, it belongs to the Jobz. Because Modu paid me that money by virtue of my capacity as what? A businessman.
This is something that we should be.
So, devoid of my capacity as what? An artist manager, I am a music business consultant, a private businessman who does merchandising. So, these are things that this exclusive interview also.
So Gambia, that's why I tell you, we'll bring personal and we will dig deep so you can see somebody might only know the baddest manager as a music, manager, but he himself from the horse's mouth tell you. So that's that difference between that.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, let's now moving on. Exclusive interview. I'm just liking this program.
Thank you.
Tell us some of the projects that you venture into. Either as an artist manager or a business consultant or anything. Project.
Thank you very much. The first project that I ventured into in 2017.
2017.
After being estate manager on job terms. Was my contract in Jollof Arts Entertainment. Record label in the Gambia.
Good.
That was a good business. I got into Jollof Arts in my capacity as a music business consultant. That's also brought in and appointed as the first operations manager. On contractual reality. And it was a right, because Jollof Arts was paying me in my capacity as a consultant, and I was there for 2 years. Now, I was able to record label for Soul. I was also able to mitigate his external dealings with business owners in the diaspora, right, producers, owners, and so on. And this is why we had to go to Senegal. If you were following, we had to go to John Secker's studio. You do a lot of stuff. We follow. We saw it. So we got to Senegal. I led that team to John Secker's studio. And we were in John Secker's compound for almost 1 month to work on. Yes, 1 month. To work on his album. That was the last album project of John
Demise.
So he had taken that contract and gave it to Jollof Arts. So also called me and told me, bro, you are the leader of this organization and we believe in your knowledge and expertise. We want you to lead this team to Senegal. We got thanks to him I must convey my gratitude to him. He had done a lot for me.
Salute,
in my career as an artist manager. So we got into Dakar. We were there. It was a huge project because you had to ask me my ventures and everything. We got in there. It was an experience. Myself, Nyancho, and all the experience that we took there. We were writing songs together, developing concepts together, directing the artists in the studio. So it was a new experience, right? An experience that was sort of, but then well accumulated.
It worth it.
Added on my career accolade, something that I appreciate.
Exactly.
So we had that moment right there, and then I can still reminisce on the doses of John Sek to me, based on what he. My capacity as somebody that definitely understood the business, so he had to express to also his impressions about me and the artists that we took down there. So it was a great experience. After Jollof Arts Entertainment, I got into Mikimba. In fact, Mikimba and Amharic restaurant at the same time.
I follow that too.
And then it wasn't my first time getting into the business world, my first time was with Kiss Me Restaurant in Brikama.
Yeah.
In 2016 by Aziz, my very good friend.
Yeah, Aziz, our friend.
He was the first person that contacted me.
Okay.
You know, I was in the peak of my moment with ST. He called me to say, bro, I want to give you this restaurant. I want you to be responsible for the marketing works of this restaurant. This is a big business for Brikama. And I want you to come to handle the market, right? Do the marketing. Let us dominate the market, Jobz, and then we will be associated with all your events with ST. So I got in there. The first advert that I did for Aziz was somewhat viral. I mean, it was the most played advert on FMB at the time.
FMB was playing all day.
Exactly, it was a business advert. Yeah. So everybody loved the moment that I had with Aziz. You know, we had that 3 years job relationship down the line. Nikimba came in. You know, we had a heavier contract with the white lady, Deborah South Suha. You know, she paid me a huge amount of money. Nice. Harid came in. That was where I started the Baddest domain.
The Baddest domain.
You know, so it was so nice. South to Jibril Gandu, who also believed in what I got, and then he had to entrust me with such a responsibility. So it was so huge. I had to venture into all these things in my capacity as a consultant, something that I appreciate so much. And then I will always post about these achievements in my career and so many other businesses in the Gambia. Yeah, you know, big.
So like I say, very interesting. Moving on, Jobz, now let's talk about, but first, I want my cameraman, before this question, Jobz, can you just a little bit, I want you to zoom here. Okay, get the mic off.
Please, let me stand. I will never feel hesitant.
Okay, get the mic out, let's see the zoom, let's see. Okay, you see this? It's hashtag he for she. So you saw that? Okay, let's come back. The next question is, the grand launching of he for she.
Sure.
We were there, we covered it live, and then it will be coming later on, immediately after this, because it's on process.
Thank you.
I mean accumulating and then
thank you so much.
And some editing going on for it.
Thank you.
It was held on a Friday.
Thank you.
And I want you to give us the overview of this.
Sure.
How does this come?
Sure.
The grand launching, anything we need to know about.
Thank you so much.
I want my followers and my viewers to know about. Talk to them directly.
Thank you very much, Bro Big Sam. In fact, I am glad that this would top the agenda of our discussion. Something that I appreciate. Big Sam, I am somebody who has ever been a feminist. You know, in heart. Something that I believe in. Like I put it on Friday, in life you are either a misogynist or a feminist. Now, those of us that decided to be feminists would never hate women. We will always support agendas that are about gender equality or gender justice. That is what I believe in. And this is the reason that compelled me to become a he-for-she activist. Now, the stance of men in gender justice. But then, like you said, how it all started. Nene Bojan is a formidable luminary that resides in the diaspora. But she has never forgotten where she comes from. Now, she left the Gambia at the age of 8. That was earlier. She got all the required educations in the diaspora. Formed a union that will become the most visible, the most powerful for gender justice. Now, that's how the IAC Norway came about. You've seen the array of movement of Gambian artists, you know, to Norway for pronouncements around gender equality.
Exactly.
Nene has been the one behind it. The Nene Foundation, that has been in creation for 13 years or more in the Gambia, has been here to support what? Gender. And here I want to be very clear, Big Sam.
Yes, sure.
Whenever we say gender, it's not only about one gender. It's not only about women.
Gender is
girls. It's general.
It's general.
It's about the young boys, right? You know what I'm saying? The men. It's not only around the circle of women. So the Nene has been supportive to these young boys and young girls who have the capacity to be educated, but financially they are disadvantaged. The Nene Foundation has been paying their schools. They have been assisting people that have passion for sports, right? You know, got a sports school for them to be there. I mean, an academy for football. She has done all these things for Gambians. right? She has multiple branches in the country. More than 800 young people are working in the Nene Foundation.
Wow.
And they all get the resources from who? Nene Bojang. So, a woman that has a vision to stand firm for gender justice is a woman that we should support.
Yeah, sure.
So when she first called me in 2023,
Okay.
right around Nyancho's pronouncement, then Nyancho also had a collaboration with Fantanka,
Okay.
also another organization, set up for gender justice.
gender
You've
justice.
seen the work that they've done
Yeah.
in transitional justice and
Yeah,
all these
and
things.
all
Mariama
that, yeah.
Jobate Sarsuha,
Okay.
she's the head of Fantanka. So she engaged us to work with her in 2021-2022. Nyancho composed a song called Fantanka Yamaro. In fact, he performed that song
Yeah,
at
that
the
was
launch
at
event.
the launch event,
So
yeah.
we went with Mariama on tour. So that Fantanka Yamaro song and the pronouncement Nyancho made in 2021-2022 was the reason why the Nene and IAC Norway in particular,
Okay.
had to got to us in the Gambia to say, okay, this is what we have seen Nyancho did
Okay.
for women empowerment. So we want to take him to Norway. So that was the time I came to know about Nene's existence.
Okay.
Yeah. So along the line, she has taken me through all that she has been doing in the Gambia and other people who are living witnesses
To what?
to what she has done for this country. So then we started our partnership, right? And mutual relationship from there as people that have the same vision, partners in development.
Okay.
So we started talking until Nyancho went down there. The work has been so much mutual.
Yeah.
And then I said, look, I will come up with an initiative.
Sadly, that's what.
I have a career, as an artist manager and music business consultant. I am a thespian in the sector. What can I do for my country and the women in the Gambia? So I initiated the He for See music movement. Nene has been somebody that I aspire,
Okay.
after knowing her capacity as a formidable luminary,
Okay.
somebody who is development oriented. Yes, we joined forces and she has been behind me to say, Jobz, you can do this. You have the capacity. I believe in you. So do it. If you have this concept, you will have my support. So that's how everything came to existence. So I established the He for See. I told Nene, this is going to be launched. I started working on the processes of getting everybody on board. Until we, got to the launch
On
event.
that fateful Friday.
Exactly.
What can you tell us about the Friday? the
Yeah,
launch?
so much special. I was so happy to have realized that Gambian thespians, especially the male artists, they are willing and ready to be He for See activists.
Yeah.
And you've seen it in the pronouncements of ST, Barahama, Moles, Nyancho, One Park Machiavelli, the list goes on. All these people
And the
came.
and the award-winning Jali.
Jali Suso.
Jali Suso.
I will come to him, shout to him,
Yeah.
and a big congratulations to him, because the event, my launch event, was immensely fortified with Nene's annual handing over of the gender award.
Oh yes, so
And-
it was all inclusive.
All inclusive, and this is something that Nene has been doing for 4 years.
Okay.
Can you imagine?
Wow.
So it's not the first time
Yeah.
Nene has given gender awards to thespians in the Gambia's creative sector, or in fact, or the influencers. There was a year somebody
He
wins.
launching was what pops everything up.
Yeah.
Give it a broader.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
To be honest.
Exactly.
And as for me, that's the day I even know there was
about the
about
Nene.
this award going on.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Because of the He for See launch
Launch
event, and also Jobz' image as
Exactly.
somebody that she came to work with, which is something that I would beautify. Humility is never hated.
Yeah.
But again, one would also say Nene's work over the years has definitely paid in a divine fashion.
Exactly.
This is the time God has spoken up to say, look, you've been there for your country for the longest time, but most people that you've worked with previously, they have not made it so visible
Exactly.
like it's supposed to be.
That was what I
Big
was
sir,
coming to.
bro, this is one thing that I also want
And
to
not only
highlight.
that, Jobz was able to get the Honorable Minister, Madam Kinte, on that venue.
Mashallah, I must assert my appreciation to her too.
Yeah.
Madam Kinte, for being present.
Yeah.
And she was very, very impressed with what she saw.
Yeah.
You've seen the attendance, the presences of music enthusiasts, family members, right? Prominent sector players that came to pronounce in capital merits all together with me. The sentiment that they echoed with me together, he foresee, is something that is renowned, something that will go down history, Big Sam.
Most definitely.
Yes. We have registered the biggest event in this country on gender justice.
A real success story.
We thank God.
Allah is great.
We thank God, sir.
And there I want to move
Yes,
on. That
yes,
is your advice. You know, this is very important. These are two important. The launching that you mentioned, which will be coming live on Atlantic later on. We'll give you and then share whatever. And then the grand launching, which you said, a lot of Gambian artists were there, like you mentioned.
That's right.
As all this with Jobz, what if I ask you, what will be your advice?
Yes.
Or to managers,
That's right.
promoters,
That's right.
stakeholders,
That's right.
and artists in general?
That's right.
What will you tell them?
That's right. Thank you, sir. Before coming there,
Yes.
just quick.
Yes.
Regarding he foresee,
Yeah.
because I did not go in detail to tell people that we will hire guests at sectoral
Tell
gender-based
them. No problem.
abuse.
You are more welcome. Yeah.
You've heard me say female artists in our arts sector should be so much position. Here, nobody is an exception. Nobody will be marginalized. We want to look into the interests of our female artists and also empower them.
Okay.
And that is why I will be very much happy and grateful if the female artists also should understand this reality and be with me for us to echo similar sentiments.
Exactly.
Because this is for them. Now, sectoral gender-based abuse has become an issue, right, in our sector. Right, and it's something that have raised mounting public concerns. So we will definitely hire guests at sectoral gender-based abuse, and we will stand firm for our female thespians, guide their interests, and also empower them. Like I said when I was giving my speech, we would like to see female artists to be like the STs, the Jesuls, the Attacks, the Nyanchos, the Barahamas, all these bigger artists. If you look at our sector, it's a male dominant sector.
Yeah.
We would like to see our sector to be a female dominant sector. So I am urging all female artists to be with us in this and to be so much positive. Big Sam, ambassadors supposed to be people that are aware about uprightness and righteousness. That's what I stand for.
Excellent.
May God forbid me, Jobz, and all other ambassadors in this country to sit down at any platform to deform women. We will never do it.
Never.
And we will never defile even men. Because what we do is spread peace and love. That's the information that we are giving out. So today, Jobz wouldn't have that time anymore. This is a different Jobz that you are sitting down here today.
This another one again.
This is the Jobz that you will be seeing exponentially. Henceforth, I will never be involved in any euphoria or be seen at any platform going against you, Big Sam, or any other female thespian. What we are meant to do as ambassadors is to spread love, peace, and tranquility. Is to talk about development issues and to talk about gender justice, most importantly. So this is what the He4C is all about, and I'm urging everybody.
Because we heard you talk about Lizzie the Hardest and all that stuff that day.
I invited all of them.
Yeah.
I invited Lizzie the Hardest. I invited our Gambia. I invited Miss Jobz. I invited Sesgom. All the female artists. I invited all of them, and I'm still calling on all of them to come to be part of our activities. Feel free. Whatever event that they have, whatever problem that they have, Jobz and the entire membership of the He4C music movement will stand there for them. This is a 5-year project, right, that we have established in line with the Beijing Declaration. Big Sam, the Gambia is more than 130 years back in the fight against sexual and gender-based violence. So we need to catch up with the rest of the world. That is why we are involved in this. My advice to Gambian artists and promoters
This is what I
is
want
for
to
us to be together, for us to understand that this sector belongs to all of us.
Yeah.
We should not be seen around the parameters of what? Selective promotion.
Yeah.
If we want to make this industry to be the most ambidextrous, we have to be there for one another. Let us not be seen around the lines of what? Tribal lines.
Very important.
Yeah, it is very uncalled for. Now, we build this industry by virtue of talents and vision, not by virtue of tribal distinction or nepotism. So I'm urging on all of them to understand that the Gambian flag is what we should see together as Gambians, not tribal or ethnic flag. So
That's fantastic.
this is the advice that I have for all of them. The He4C music movement is here. Like I said, it's a 5-year project. I also want to urge all the major organizations that are here in this country, UNFPA, UN. I am calling on Jaha Duhure. She is a very, very, very powerful lady who also believes in gender justice. To our ministry, our Honorable Minister Fatou Kinte, please, I need all your financial support in making sure that we work on our activities smoothly. We need funding, and I repeat, we need funding. The He4C music movement is here for national development, and I'm pretty much sure that these partners that I have called upon are partners that also believe in national development, and they will be with me in a partnership that will be the most visible and the most productive.
Before you go, what is the most important message? But this time, I want you to face the camera. What is the most important message you want to send across before your final word?
Yeah, the most important message here is unity calls for collective responsibility. Unity is strength. Unionism calls for collective responsibility. I repeat and emphasize. There is nothing that we will be able to achieve in discretion, in problems, that we cannot achieve in peace. So peace is the utmost antidote. This is the message. Yeah? I want you to capture this. Peace is the utmost antidote. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So finally, before you go,
my gratitude to Big Sam, the man that groomed me. I repeat, Big Sam Long. Thank you very much for being here still now.
Thank you so much.
We need you.
Thank you.
We need your capacity
Inshallah.
as the most ambidextrous. We need your capacity as the most loquacious. We need your capacity as the most formidable. We need your capacity as the most idol looking for Jobz and so many other people. Thank you very much.
ST Brikama Boy, we want again say shout out to you.
My brother shouts to you, ST, exclusively. I was telling somebody, Nde ST la timo kono. In fact, Ndebe domada ST le. Domada ST ne so I cleared. ST hello nam keba may ko nyadi. Keba ma di Jobz hello nanan do ko wala so de mbesiri bay fal ak ndigalam.
Yes.
Ndelam wala de. Ha
na fo de eta
bay falol Serigne Touba la ko wulte be na ko ndigal do mbelori
te fana ST ko ndigal
ni ST ko ndigal do mbelori
ñu
non to na way
ala febo sa ko nyaadi
be kama boyo
ako
di Jobz ko mono
no
wala na bi di Jobz mo di Jobz de wala di Jobz problem 14 classic tracks A1 distance no
exactly
tracks wal tabite mota di Jobz ko mono ni no wala to nyaadi de bi kama boyo ni mara la ilaha illallah hey ngay ko di almost good ne kontom ni alay menke moy ka accept
ka accept have to accept
baraka ba ken do
Jobz ko non no
ha
so la ke ba
hani bari say di Jobz ko bogal ni sawar mallo lebulo falintala ay koyde Big Sam fanan ko afralo ha bi mononi nono tije ko tande ha lebulo falintal
Thank you so much, Jobz. Mbitan na fana thanks for coming.
My illo itele le Jobz dinna.
Enimba.
Wa degi yalla.
Mamari ngol fana ye
Wol fana dembul.
Dembul.
Ibari ne ubembul mamari ngol dembul.
Thank you so much, our wonderful viewers. Before we go, I must give a big thanks to our camera people behind the scene. Aliu, of course, my one and only one cameraman, that is Edu the Great. He was happy that the Wendivo made that big pronouncement out there. He said, "Hey, mama!" You know, we remember that. And I would say who that is making everything out there in the studio back up. Thank you so much. And the entire staffs and the CEOs and everything of the one and only Atlantic TV, the home of TV Revolution. That was the end of the exclusive interview with me, myself, Big Sam, and my guest, Jobz. We dig deep, and you know everything that you need to know about the baddest manager. Tomorrow, if somebody tell you who is Jobz, you will be able to tell him. On that note, until we come on your way, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Atlantic fofu nonu naka professional anything ligena ngol ci walum harañ ñom ñoo fi gëna ak quality professional standard recording studio mu fa fofu nonu bokay pour sen voice record ya xamne artist nga buga nga ñoo nga record lepang fa live band instrumental record sa lepang fa mix ak